I've always known that I wanted to be a teacher when I was a little girl. I think continuously trying to make yourself a better educator is an obstacle in itself. Students change, times change. Can you keep up with it? I always want to be able to flow and to roll with the punches and to continuously make myself better at what I do.
You're kind of isolated up here in the north end of the county.
Well, we're not kind of isolated, we are isolated. Things that Anna helps do, we get tremendous community support. Then she can tap into those resources and she gets good response, whether it's, receiving donations to help a cause or just people coming into the school as part of the community.
I loved going to school.
She was like that girl.
I couldn't wait for the first day of school. I wanted to get my school supplies. I wanted a new backpack and a lunchbox.
She'll call herself a nerd. Like, she cared about school and her grades and stuff.
She said she had like 20 trapper keepers for like each teacher. It's just crazy.
They are very tech savvy in a lot of ways, but yet underdeveloped socially. And so for me to try to encourage students to be able to talk to someone eye to eye or have a conversation, articulate themselves besides just sending a text message or behind a computer screen, that is different. I think there is a lack of imagination, and I want to foster that in them. I want them to be able to have a conversation with someone, to be able to articulate what they want to get across to someone in a way that makes them seem mature and ready to face the world.
She does her job really well. She's a super good teacher, and I wish, like, when I go into the next grade, like, she would just keep on moving up with me until I graduate.
Same. She's like a second mom, but like, like the cool aunt that you kind of wish were your mom.
Yeah.
That's her.
It's a blessing every day to come in and you see students grow and you see them change, and then when you see them as freshmen and then you see them as seniors, that's inspirational.
We can talk to her about anything. She can look at you and just tell either something's wrong, something good happened last period. Just connection.
I love what I do, and so as long as I can remember, I just felt a calling to be an educator, always.
I did my student teaching in elementary. I went the elementary route because I couldn't pick a subject. I was like, I don't want to just do one subject, I want to do them all. So, and I got in it, and I couldn't leave. Well, I do have a lot of iPads in my classroom. I applied for a grant from the foundation, and I was awarded this grant. It was for my project that I'm doing this year called Genius Hour.
In Genius Hour, I did a cat project.
I was doing brains, like and how they work.
Wanted to know how people get sick.
This project with my kids, I tell you, it has completely changed. I mean, some of my kids' perception of education. They're now pursuing things that they want to pursue, and they're actually learning, and it's on their own.
They do their math on their iPads, they do their writing on their iPads, they're reading on, and it really engages the children because we're in a tech-savvy world with children.
When I was in school, it was we all sat in desks in rows and we had our hands like this, and now there's just collaboration, there's technology, there's lots of partner work and developing skills that we use as adults, real-life skills. Letting them use an iPad to do something you might have done on pencil or paper, I mean, it creates so much more interest. They're having fun, but they're doing what it is that needs to be done at the same time. It's just, technology's not going away. It's here, it's now, it's what they like, so that's what I like.
She is our PTA liaison between PTA and teachers.
Very first thing I let them know, parental involvement, parental communication is top priority to me. So by doing that, I'm able to help the PTA reach our parents to help them become more involved, just because we're all a team, we're all in this together.
I have so many good things to say about her. She's just like such an amazing teacher.
She's just very nice, just always will go out of her way to help us do better in school.
You know she's the teacher of the year, right?
Yes.
All right, so that must mean she's doing something right.
I thought she was top 5.
Well, she's the teacher of the year for your school.
Oh.
We're teaching them to advocate for themselves and to go and find answers to their questions. And then we're teaching them to wonder and to ask questions and to become passionate about learning again.
If Miss Gibson, if she wasn't a teacher, what do you think she might be doing instead?
Maybe a veterinarian, or she really likes chocolate, and so maybe she'd work at the chocolate factory or something.
Probably a fashion model or a nanny.
She wears pretty fashionable clothes.
I've always loved kids. I can answer that wholeheartedly all my life. And I thought, now this is something I could see myself doing for a lifetime. And I just fell in love immediately.
First of all, she teaches kindergarten, and those kids' first experience with school needs to be a great one, and Sheila offers that.
What does she do special in class that makes you like her so much?
Gives us work.
Gives you work?
She means art projects.
Oh, okay. Aiden.
Yes?
Tell me why you love Miss Hall.
She gives us papers that we get to write on, and that's the kind of thing I like to do at home.
I always love learning new things. I love looking at other people and seeing how they do it. I'm willing to make a change if it's in the best interest of my students. I love that challenge of being able to figure out how to stay up with the most current things and how to incorporate and foster that fun of learning in those children.
Miss Hall's the teacher of the year because she teaches us good and we're the best kindergarten class.
They soar when they're able to sing and dance and even to perform. When I watch my kids up on that stage and they're the shyest child in the class, but yet they get on that stage and they become alive, I know that their self-esteem is definitely improving each and every time.
Sheila has 20-something years under her belt. She knows what she's doing, both the academic side and getting these kids prepared for a long history of school down to art.
But those arts, hand in hand, cement those skills from singing, dancing, drama, acting out on the stage, or even in the classroom.
What would your Valentine message to Miss Hall be?
I like you, Miss Hall. You're a great teacher and you teach good and you teach math good. I love you, Miss Hall. You're a great teacher. That's it. Sweet flowers and good days. You can come to my house on Valentine's Day. Hi.
The last 5 years of my business career, I found that the work was less fulfilling than what I desired long term. I decided to make a major career change, and that meant education.
Mr. Ray Winkler is a Renaissance man. I don't think there's anything that he can't do.
He has the teaching experience, but he also has life experience. He can kind of intertwine the two, which is helpful to me.
I agree with Allie, just his knowledge of everything that's beyond schooling.
Setting appropriate expectations has been my biggest challenge. If I give the full extent of my effort and I set those high expectations for the students, that they come along and that they try to achieve what's best for them and to set out on a path that will lead them to a successful future.
I see him staying for a very long time.
I love Pensacola High School, and there's no place like the diverse family that we have here at Pensacola High School.
Because his brain is working. He's got something new every day.
Yeah, I just believe that he's gonna just stay teaching until he feels like that he can't do it anymore. He'll just run out his energy because he loves it.
He's gonna do it till the end. I know it.
I think he bridges the gap between reality and what is taught in the classroom. He's able to do that because of personal experience and professional experience. And he's able to convey that to the students and for them to understand the value of learning these lessons in classroom and translate that to a profession in life.
And just teach us skills that we may not just need in school, but in our lives after school.
It's not just about knowledge, growing student both socially, growing them as a person, improving ethics, helping them with their worldview, and creating those personal connections with our future, with my future.
It's not necessarily a cut, it's actually a gain for him because he'll do anything. He wants to go with the kids. He's not necessarily with the money, he's with to better our future and better the world.
I feel that I live my job I feel that teaching is something that I am and not something that I do. It's not just a job for me.
I think he's just so great at it, and I think he puts so much time and effort into it, and I think it's just where he belongs.
I love what I do. I've taught for 22 years. I worked in the inner city school, and I was working with some of the English language learners in my gen ed classroom, and I just really developed a passion for them and their parents.
My favorite thing about Miss Wells is she reads stories to us, and she gives us lollipops, and we get to watch Magic Island, and we do centers. All the things are fun.
She's concerned about their families. She's concerned about making sure each one of them get what they need each day to be successful.
I want to open those doors and provide those opportunities for them to learn.
What language do you speak in Ms. Wells' class?
English.
So I try to provide opportunities for my students to become problem solvers so that they will become productive members within the community.
Has your English gotten better?
Yes, ma'am. My mom and dad grow up like I do, and my baby brother will talk like me, and we all the same language.
I want them to understand and internalize that good character is very important, and with responsibility comes accountability.
So she brings in this loving and this nurturing so that the family says, okay, I can come to the school setting, I can be comfortable in the school setting, and I don't have to worry that my child's not going to be protected, because she brings in that safety net of protection for them.
My favorite thing is reading and doing math. My favorite book is Ballerina. I like it because I practice to ballerina in my house. I want to stay all day and to read all the books I like.
It gives me an opportunity to be in tune with the pulse of the way our kids are thinking today, and that's very exciting.
Why do you think they picked Miss Wells to be the teacher of the year?
Because she's special and she's nice to people and everybody likes her. And I like her a lot.